G'day everyone, you've got Steve from Mads RC, and today we're in for a little bit of a treat. Do you know how to make more fun for RC? We're going to try these out. And that's what they say. And these are tyres that are suitable for the micro lossy beat. And we're going to test them out on the track. We're going to see what lap times the standard tyres do, and then we're going to stick these ones on and then see how they work. So let's get them out of the packet and check them out. So where is the cut line on these? There. Geez, they are tough to get out. Right. No smell? No. So, they feel nice and soft. There's the tread. And that's what they look like. So, that's the rear. I've got some fronts. That's how wide they are. So, we've got the micro lossy B, and we're going to have a look at the tyre height. So, if we come in, and we stick it next to it, see that? They are a bit taller. We'll check out the back ones. A bit taller again. What about width? It's hard to say. I reckon they look a tad wider. Alright. So now we'll leave these in here and we'll go out to the track. Rightio, so we're at the track, and this here is a slot car track, 4-lane, and it's converted over to my micro track for buggies. We've got some jumps down the end here, we've got under the bridge, over the jump into the sweeper. It's got a slight bank, up the back straight, round the horseshoe, and then through the dog leg, and then over another set of jumps, and then back under the bridge. Car's on, and we're going to count the laps with the easy lap system. And off we go.
Lap Stephen 6.874 seconds. Race best lap up, Stephen 6.434 seconds. Race best lap up, Stephen 6.240 seconds. Race best lap up, Stephen 6.188 seconds. 8.544. 8.185. 6.501. 6.994. 6.304. Race best lap up. Steven 6.168 seconds. 9.200. 6.690. 6.576. 6.625. 6.327. 6.300. 6.195. 7.135. 6.360. 6.558. 6.204. 6.376. 6.178. 6.223. Race best lap up. Steven 6.129 seconds. Race best lap up. Steven 6.070 seconds. 6.107. 7.892. 6.288. 6.152. 6.128.
Alright, we're going to give the car a rest and we'll try out the Injora tyres. Pause that. So we did about 3 minutes. Rightio, so instead of putting the tyres front and rear, I've decided to just put the Injoras on the front to see if that gives me any more steer around the track, because if you notice when I was going around there I was delayed in steering. The rib tyres on the losi work alright, it's just got to wait for them to wear down to get the tread wider. Takes a bit of time. Rightio, now we'll see what lap time we get down to.
0.218. 6.136. 6.252. 6.109. 6.133. 6.298.
So let's just check what the lap time before was. 6.070 was my best before. So I need to do a few laps just to get into the groove.
6.133. 6.228. 6.142. 6.120. 6.154. Race best lap of Stephen 6.005 seconds. 6.141. 6.015. 6.384. 6.165. 6.008. Race best lap of Stephen 5.950 seconds. Race best lap of Stephen 5.942 seconds. 6.006. 6.024. 6.126. 6.122. 6.081. 6.166.
Whoa! Got excited there.
Practice finish. Drivers must be ready to start.
Alright, we'll stop there and we'll bolt the rear tyres on and then see what happens next. So you can see that I've got the full set of Injoras on there now, and we'll see how they work. See if getting more grip in the rear. Better fix the lap counter. So we get down to 5942.
Six 1.5 seconds.
You pop the joint, tyre rod end off.
Point 318. Stephen 6.545 seconds.
Seems like he's a lot more slippier in the rear.
795. Stephen 6.368 seconds.
Yeah.
8.356. 8.588. 8.662. 219. 9.279. 9.501. 80. 10.604. 6.719. 8.081. Stephen 6.332 seconds. 6.451. 8.971. 9.552.
'It's way slipperier in the rear. Alright, we're out on location. And here we go, we've got the Injora tyres on the micro lossy B. And we're going to give them a try on the bitumen, asphalt. Give them a bit of a scrub in, see how they feel, how they grip, do they traction roll, and so on. And see if they're a good thing to use on the bitumen. Not too bad on the brakes either. Give you a little bit of slide there, but it's not bad. Steering's good. Nice tight turns. Power on steer is nice. And we're not losing any traction. When we put on the brake, we might do a hand brakey, and we'll see what happens. Again, yep, get a nice bit of slide there. Alright, we'll have a look at some tyre wear and see how they're going. Oh, they look like they're handling it alright for the session. Well, I was quite happy with that run, and they steer, seems to have good brake, and on power it's not too bad. When you back off you get in nice and tight, and then you can power on out of the turn. I was quite impressed with that, so I was quite happy there with on the bitumen, asphalt or blacktop, whichever you want. Rightio, so now we're going to give the concrete a go to see how the Injora tyres work on the concrete and how grippy they work. Alright, let's give her a run. Oh, we had a flip. Alrighty, so on the concrete, they seem to feel really good. Steering's really nice, braking works well. We did get a traction roll there, but might have been a stone or something there. We'll check in the replay. I like that, they gripped nice, steered well, under brakes they were nice, so the Injora tyres seem like on the concrete they work really well. Okay, so we're back from the road test, and my thoughts are, on my track, no good grip for the cardboard jumps. Seems to lose traction there, especially in the rear wheels. When you want to put the power down, you get a bit of torque steer from the rear on my track. Even on the painted surface, it's not that stable under acceleration. Front seems to steer well. I was quite happy with that. Something to do with the back, I'm just not sure why, or maybe rubber compound, who knows. But on the bitumen, the road test there was very good. Good steer, didn't seem to want a traction roll, had a good feel, did some figure of eights, pushing it full throttle on the standard brush setup for the micro lossy B, and I was quite impressed. And then when I went to the concrete, similar feel as well. So if you were looking for using on the concrete or the bitumen outside, another alternative tyre that you can use from Injora. Another thing we're also going to do is we're going to give it a acetone test. And I'll stick the glasses on for this. And what the acetone test is all about is seeing what the wheels are made of, or the rims are made of. So there could be a possibility for getting them off the rims when you. Another form is soaking your tyres in acetone, and that releases the super glue. So we might be able to get them off the rims and maybe try out different tyres on the rims later on when they wear down, because I noticed, like with the Mini Z buggy rims, they're the similar diameter, so if you could get the tyres off the rims, that means you could use the PN tyres on there. So we'll dunk the cotton bud in the acetone and give it a swish around in there. And it doesn't seem to be melting anything. No, can't see any yellow on there, and it's not melting the rim. So there is a possibility that you could do an acetone soak if the tyres wore down. That's if the rims are in good condition and haven't been bent and buckled from when you've had, you know, offs or hit things and stuff like that. But with the Mini Z tyres, rims, they are more of a plastic. They crack around here, they can, after a period of time, and break. And if we give them an acetone test, you can see there's gotta get the focus on that. See the yellow? On the cotton bud, and it melts the rim. And you see there's more yellow on there, so with the Mini Z buggy rims, I wouldn't recommend acetoning them. It's a quick way to test what it's made from. Now, the micro losi B tyres, the Proline rims, I have acetoned them before, and you can get the tyres off the rims. But the only thing, what can happen is the rubber will shrink, become a different size. So they probably won't go back to the state they're meant to be if you want to reuse them or put a different insert inside to get a different feeling. I think they're a type of Teflon, the Proline. Very good rim, very durable rim. So if you want to give these tyres a run, the Injora for your micro losi B, for the concrete and bitumen, got the thumbs up for me.